Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittney Yvonne, and if you don't know, I'm 8 months along in my UGC journey. I'm trying my best to get all these tips and tricks and things I've learned throughout my journey out of my head and on video documentation on here on YouTube, my TikTok, and my Instagram for any other new creators that are just starting their UGC journey and need some guidance or a place to start. I definitely try to help the absolute beginners from start to finish of what I know so far in my UGC journey. I would still consider myself a beginner as well, but I just want to share what I've learned so far when it comes to UGC to other beginner UGCs to kind of help them get their footing in their journey, if you will. So, since I've started my UGC journey, I have discovered some hard truths that I don't think is talked about enough when it comes to UGC. If you didn't already watch last week's videos, I would highly suggest that if you are a beginner UGC creator. I break down all of my tips on what you should do to become a UGC creator, and it's for beginners, so it's very beginner friendly. Gives you step-by-step stuff of what you need to do, and some of the steps I actually have detailed videos on already on my channel, so be sure to check into that. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. So like I mentioned, I said that there were some hard truths that I don't think is talked about enough when it comes to the UGC or just in the UGC space in general. There isn't many, but I feel like the ones that I'll discuss today are definitely in a way very important and should be considered when starting a UGC journey or a creator journey or whatever journey you're trying to create. But for this specifically is for UGC and content creators. First and foremost, thing I want to specify, and it needs to be clear, is being a UGC creator is not an easy job. It's definitely not easy. It's not a get rich scheme, not no get rich overnight type thing like, ooh, I want to be a UGC creator. Let me take the steps I need to become a UGC creator, and boom, I got 3 monthly retainer deals. I got brands emailing me, reaching out to me on social media, want to work with me, want to pay me thousands of dollars to work with them. If you think it's going to happen like this, is definitely not. I have seen some creators that were able to go full time fairly quickly as a beginner UGC creator, but don't expect that. It is definitely a lot of work. I know I've mentioned this before, being a UGC creator is a lot of work. It is definitely not easy. But I feel like if you have the passion, determination, and drive for UGC, it definitely can be a fun and interesting journey. Another hard truth that you have to realize when starting UGC or being a beginner UGC creator is that you won't land paid brand deals right away. I thought, hey, I saw a TikTok. I told y'all the story. If you haven't, just go through my videos on this channel. I've told y'all the story. I saw it all started back in December 2022. I saw TikTok and I was like, I can do this. I really feel like I can do this. I'm going to do it. In January, I started, and here I am in August. And I am not where I would like to be in my UGC journey, but hey, you're not going to land paid deals right away. You're not going to get inbounds flooding in right away. You definitely have to kind of tweak as you go along to what you're doing. If you're doing email outreach or social media outreach, definitely try to switch up what you're saying to these brands so you can kind of get to see what it is they're actually looking for. Just try out different strategies. I'm in the process of trying out different strategies as well, so it's definitely a trial and error game, honestly. And you definitely have to figure out what works for you and you specifically, not what worked for that creator, like what will work for you. Now, I will say that it is possible for you to go ahead and start getting paid collaborations if you start a UGC journey after already being a content creator and kind of showing your work or your personality already through social media, and you can already have brands maybe reach out to you and you're like, hey, I can make this a whole business and become actual UGC creator. If that's you and you are able to get the brand deals coming in, I salute you. But for absolute beginners, I don't think you should get your hopes up of getting paid brand deals right away. Most likely, you will get a lot of gifted collaborations because if you are a complete beginner, you won't have any like real work and content to showcase your work or your personality or whatever you're trying to show. So you definitely probably get a lot of gifted collaborations, which I've also mentioned before. That'll be a great way to add some experience under your belt and to help you get better reach for brands. Another thing I have to say, do not, and I mean do not, compare yourself to other UGC creators. Even if you started at the same time, you're doing the same things that they're doing, but you're not seeing the results that they are receiving. Don't compare your don't compare your strengths, your weaknesses, don't compare anything to another UGC creator. I fall into that trap a couple of times and I'm like, well dang, we started at the same time. Like they are like full time now, completely working for themselves. They got all these inbounds coming in. They barely doing outreach. And it's like, what am I doing wrong? But you can't do that to yourself. It's your journey. At the end of the day, you have to go through it the way you go through it. You have to learn those tips and tricks. You have to experiment with different filming, editing styles, all the angles, and when it comes to filming and all that, you definitely have to experiment and kind of work with what you have. I definitely, if you're not following me on my socials, you definitely should. I will leave them on the screen. But if you look back through my content on my TikTok and my Instagram, you can definitely see slight improvement. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and just completely brag on my content. I know it could be better than it is, but I know that now it is better than it was. So definitely do not compare yourself to other creators. You are on your own journey and it should be what you want to do. Like, you're doing this because you want to do it. You already know it's not an easy job. You already know that, you have to actually put in the work to actually have brands reaching out to you and such. So definitely don't compare yourself to any other creator on any platform. Just please don't. Save yourself the headache, the heartache, the like, why, what am I doing wrong? Save yourself from all of that and just focus on your growth, your content, your all that. Just focus on yourself when it comes to that. And please, 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 please don't compare yourself to other creators. And that leads me to my last and final tip for this video. Like I mentioned before, this is your own journey. Your own journey, not anyone else's. You're walking your own path. You write the script, okay? If you only want to get paid collaborations, you don't want any gifted collaborations, and you see another creator getting, a lot of gifted collaborations and you're cool with it, like that's completely fine. That's what you want to do, and vice versa. If you are okay with getting a lot of gifted collaborations and just using that to build your portfolio, build your skills when it comes to filming and editing, build your skills when it comes to the whole general vibe in itself as being a creator, receiving products, creating content for them. Maybe you want to get better with your stories with different products and to not have any brands pay you for you experimenting with that kind of stuff. If you're into that, cool. I don't care either way, whether because it's not on me to have anything to say about your journey. I just want to give you some little quick tips and what I've been experiencing through my journey. I'm just sharing that. Leave this video with whatever you want to, but just know that this is your journey. You decided to pick up UGC. You decided every day or whenever you plan your UGC or do your UGC stuff, you decided to pick up that camera that day and film that content. You might not have been proud of it, but you picked it up. You recorded you filmed your content, you edited it. Your editing skills might not be there yet, but you edited it to your liking. You posted it to your socials. Okay, you get a few likes. You feel like you should get a whole bunch of likes because you spent time on filming and editing and you felt good about it. It happens. Keep going. I know I say this almost every video, but definitely keep going. It's going to get better. Like I said, I can look through my social medias now and be like, wow, I really put that out there. But I did. Okay, I did, and it's in the past. And if you look at my previous work, it's getting better and it's only going to get better from there. So I didn't want this video to be too long, but I just wanted to drop in this week, give you all some hard truths that are really not that hard, but definitely some truths of what it's like being a UGC creator or on the other side of UGC content creation, and looking over there, seeing that the grass is greener, but stay where you are. Okay, if it's a little cloudy, you're just expecting a little rain. And what happens after rain? Come on. You're greener than ever. You're doing the best you've ever done. Don't get discouraged. Like I always mention, my comments are open, my DMs are open on my social medias, which I'll leave again somewhere on the screen or just there in my description. If you have any questions, needed any advice, or just want to talk to me regarding UGC, or if you want to have a little UGC bestie, a little UGC big sis, like, my DMs are open. Definitely reach out to me. I do work a full-time job though, so I probably won't be right away, but I definitely will respond to anything I get. Positive, of course. But I think that's all I wanted to say. If you got all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you don't mind, go ahead and leave a like on this video, a comment down below, and subscribe to this channel for more content like this. Also, hit that notification bell so you guys know when I'm posting, and I'll see you all on my next video. Peace.